Hello and welcome on today's edition of Pobresita Foods. And if you don't know what Pobresita is, it means you poor thing. We all grew up with very poor meals, humbling meals, and today is no different. The holiday season and 2019 left most of us either broke, financially broke, or broken for some really hard things that are happening to us. So today I have a very easy, affordable recipe for you guys, and I'm super excited because this one is coming directly from my mother. I have heard her talk about this recipe about 1,000 times, no joke. Mi mama, because my mother's grandmother raised her, and she would say, we didn't have much, and then, you know, you got to get that voice going, like, ay, mira, ay, mijita, like, you know, that good voice. And she would tell us this story, like, whenever we were being ungrateful or we weren't humbled. And, you know, I'm very excited to share our style of making this recipe. So let's go straight to it. To your pot of hot water, you're going to add your desired amount of beans. You're going to add your onions. And I chopped them up in fourths, so that way when you cook them in here, they just soften up really softly and blend well with your beans, okay? Add 1 garlic.
1 garlic clove.
Well, you guys know, okay? I'm not a vampire, so I don't...
Diente.
Un diente. I know in Spanish you would say a garlic tooth, which doesn't make sense.
But it makes sense to us.
In Spanish it does, but in English, sorry you guys, you know that we are... I wanted to say fresh off the boat in a way, but...
Fresh off the desert.
Fresh off the desert, you guys. And then you want to add your chicken bouillon. This particular dish I think tastes better with chicken bouillon, but if you have the tomato brand, the tomato blend or the beef one, make it comfortable for your home. And if you cannot afford chicken bouillon, that's okay. I'm going to leave the salt suggestions in the description area for you. So now we're going to go ahead and let all this deliciousness cook and boil and get married together so that it can feed our soul. And let's get started on our next step. What I'm going to be using is Maseca. Maseca is a masa harina, masa flour. It's instant corn masa, okay? So we're going to add our salt, garlic powder. If you have fresh garlic, go ahead and use that. But when you're a pobrecita, you're very lucky to even have garlic powder. So just stick with salt if that's all you have. 1 egg. I like breaking it like that.
It's satisfying.
Yeah. And I have some lukewarm water. And I'm going to add it gradually. Just enough to hydrate. Don't tempt me because I will take my gold to the pawn shop. Don't play. You know we all went with our mothers to the pawn shop to pawn our gold for the monthly meal when it was harsh times, right?
Yep.
What was the worst thing that you guys have had to pawn, and how much did they offer you for it? Because that's like the biggest insult. You work so hard for something and they want to give you like $10 for it.
That's horrible. I had a friend once that went and took his TV in, and they gave him like $100 for a TV that was like $2,000.
Really? The Grizzly and I have a similar story when we first started like dating. The same thing, girl.
Oh, with the TV?
We got insulted. We were so cool. We had income tax season come and we bought a good TV, but then we were broke later on in the year and hard times. And it's like that time when you don't want to ask your parents or anybody for help.
I know. I was gonna say, why didn't you ask me, girl?
Because you know you got to grow up.
Doesn't matter. If I'm balling, you're balling. Let's do it.
That's right. Let me see. I just need a few more drops of water. Little goes a long way. You want to make sure that you're adding enough water. You can't overly do it on water. You just have to add the right touches of water. Like start with like half a teaspoon, especially with this maseca, because if not, it'll get too soggy, and you don't want it too soggy or too dry. So if they're cracking, you don't have enough water in there, and you need to mix it well, kind of like that, you know. The good thing with the egg is that you get that doughy consistency. Okay. Next step, you want to make the little masa balls. Let me see, it's about a good amount. Little tiny ones. There's different ways of making these. You can prop them in like this, but they cook a little faster when you press them in like that. And the best part is that sometimes you'll get a bean inside of there. And with kids, you gotta entertain them. You can't just bore them, you know? That's why the moms are here. And this will allow everything to cook fully. So it's gonna be up to you. You can make them tiny little balls, or you can make them like a little cup. Nice. Yeah? So grab your piece of masa, make your bolita, press it in with your finger, and just mold it however you want. Just like that. This is great because if your kids are hungry, they'll help you do it. So
that's always good.
Yeah. You just gotta find the way with your masa. Nice little ball. Press it in and begin your mold. You can make them a lot smaller like this one. There you go. See, if you feel that it dried up a little bit, you can just dip your hands in water and roll it back up and get a smoother texture.
This is reminding me of those cookies that have that Hershey's Kiss right in the middle of them. I don't know what they're called, but
they're called my mom's bootleg cookies. My mom's Pobresita cookies. All right, friends, you get the idea. So I'll meet you guys on the stovetop so we can continue. I cooked my beans for 2 hours. Now it's go time, friends. I'm gonna start adding our masitas one at a time. This is such a comforting meal for us. It really is.
It's delicious. Pobresita or not.
Yeah. Hey, tacos can be pobresita too, so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just gonna allow these to cook and I'll see you guys shortly. So it should take you between 8 to 10 minutes to fully cook your masitas, your little dumplings. Now it's time to serve. And this is a very filling dish, which is great, especially right now that it's cold. Just like that.
Some more broth for me, please. Thank you.
All right, this one's for you, sis, okay? Let me get mine. Because you guys know I'm going to eat, so be ready, guys, to lower it because I am going to eat. I love you guys, but I love eating sounds too when I edit. I want to make sure that I show you the inside so that way you know when it's fully cooked. A ver, vamos con esta aquí. See, like the frijolito in there? I love it. It's so cute. You guys can see it there.
Fully cooked.
Fully cooked. Do you see how firm that is? Mm-hmm. The little difference the egg does, right?
Yep.
Let's taste. So what I like to do, I like to cut the little masitas in fourths because if you shove one of those in your mouth, you're gonna burn. It's gonna hurt because the frijoles are really hot. Like the consistency is hot, and so is the masita. So please be very careful, friends. That's so good. I actually feel really spoiled with this.
So do I.
Blow on it and then eat it.
It was soul soothing, girl.
Mm-hmm.
You gave me goosies. It was so good.
Girl, I'm eating. Make sure to let me know in the comments that you want more Pobresita foods. Hashtag Pobresita foods. And let me know if you guys are going to be making this or if you've had it before. And on that one, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye! Adios!